How to avoid the first-headed monster, probate court. Oh my. Hey folks, Elder Law Care attorney Patrick Kelleher coming to you from Elder Law Care. Folks, today's question is from a subscriber to our YouTube channel. Hey Patrick, will a living trust avoid probate court? And folks, I'm going to answer that question today. So pull up your chair, get your pen out, your notebook, and because you're going to learn a lot. Well, let's first answer the question, why do folks typically want to avoid probate court? Yes, because it costs too much. Meter running by the hour, typically charged by a probate attorney, then filing fees with the probate court, and newspaper publications, and putting creditors on notice and all that fun stuff. Not really. Typically, folks want to avoid that. And also, another reason they want to avoid probate court, because it takes too long. Meter running by the hour for 1 year, sometimes 2 years, sometimes in litigation type probate situations with family, even longer, meter running by the hour. A gentleman told me not so long ago that his family had a 4-year probate matter, with 20-something beneficiaries and nobody talking any longer, $150,000 legal bill when it was all said and done. He said he was very frustrated, not just with the $150,000 probate legal bill to the probate attorneys, but he was more frustrated that it took 4 years, meter running by the hour. So folks, be aware of that. Costs too much, takes too long. But the question, back to the question today. Patrick, will a living trust avoid that $150,000 potentially probate bill? And the answer is yes. However, a big but. So long as you do it right, folks. So you may recall this is our 3-step treasure trust process. Creating your trust is step 1. Step 1 is designing your trust and signing your trust, okay? But step 1 in and of itself is insufficient to avoid probate court because you need to engage in and complete step 2, which is the legal process of what? It's called trust funding. Funding your trust or retitling your assets from your name as an individual or Bill and Mary as individuals to Bill and Mary as trustees of their trust and get that asset into your trust or your metaphorical, what I like to call your treasure chest. Think of your trust like a treasure chest. Think of step 2, trust funding, like filling your treasure chest because that's where all the magic happens. That is where the rubber meets the road to avoid probate court. And how is that done, folks? How so? Because they often say, sadly, because people die, but trusts do not. People die sadly, but trusts do not. So when Bill and Mary both go up to their cloud, they're likely going to have their successor trustees, Mo, Larry, or Curly, as their backup quarterback step onto the field of play, knowing the playbook, and legally the successor trustee now has a key to your treasure chest, and they can access the treasures that are in there, the family homes, the non-real estate, and so forth. And folks, no need to go to probate court. No need for Mo and Larry and Curly to show up at the probate attorney's office with the dreaded ugly milk crate. Because a will, as we know, or you should know, is your admission ticket to probate. Will is woefully insufficient to avoid probate court. You need to have a funded trust. So the answer, your question, the subscriber who sent that great question in, to be specific, to summarize, it's not just a living trust to avoid probate. It has to be a funded living trust, a funded treasure chest, where the trust or the treasure chest legally holds those assets because sadly people die, but trusts do not. So that's your answer to your question right there. You need to engage in step 1, design and sign that trust. Step 2, get all your treasures in there to avoid probate, with exception of qualified retirement accounts, of course, which is 401ks, IRAs, things of that nature. I talk about that on page 45 of my book on Amazon. Patrick Kelleher, Elder Law Attorney, How to Avoid the Four-Headed Monster of Estate Planning in Elder Law. Strongly recommend pick up a copy of that because you'll learn a lot. Step 3, of course, after you get all your treasures in there, what do? Keep a good eye on that trust or treasure chest because you need to keep the rust and the dust off it. Keep the dust and the rust off your treasure chest for the 3 L's because inevitably there will be law changes as you journey through life. There will be life changes as well with health, finances, relationships, and changes in learning in the elder law industry, which will necessitate updates to your trust as you journey through life. Folks, there you have it. Living trust that is funded will avoid probate court. Work with an experienced elder law attorney. that will assist you get your treasures into your treasure chest. Folks, thanks for joining us here today at elderlawcare.com. Please click the subscribe button because we'll keep you updated with new educational videos. We try to post 4 per month on our Elder Law Care YouTube channel. Please share this also with folks that you care and love because they can also learn about this important subject matter. Folks, thanks for joining us here today at Elder Law Care.